Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and thanks to you and the ranking member for having this hearing, and thanks to all of our witnesses for being here today. Mr. Stevenson, I want to start with a question for you. We can increase Americans' retirement savings by supporting small businesses that offer retirement plans to their employees. That's why my colleague on this committee, Senator Budd, and I are working to develop a bipartisan bill to improve the existing retirement plan startup tax credit. This bill would ensure that the smallest businesses receive tax cuts that fully cover the cost of starting a retirement plan. Mr. Stevenson, how can expanding retirement-related tax incentives for small businesses help increase access to retirement security for their workers? And how can Congress continue to support small businesses in their efforts to provide retirement plans?
Yeah, the credits for small businesses are really important. Everything that we can do to encourage a small business to start a 401k plan is hugely successful. What I would add is, as a former small business owner myself, one of the things when you start a small business that you're struggling with is just there's so many things that you're wrestling with, and sometimes getting to that part, you're just trying to make sure you can make payroll. So making it easy, making it just really automatic for people to set up those 401k plans is super important as well.
Thank you. Another question for you, Mr. Stevenson. Since 2019, Congress has twice passed into law bipartisan legislation to increase access to retirement savings options, particularly for military spouses, part-time workers, and student loan borrowers. However, 57 million Americans still do not have access to a workplace retirement plan. Mr. Stevenson, how can Congress continue to build on this bipartisan momentum to increase access to retirement options?
Yeah, again, Secure Act 1.0 and 2.0 have just huge in terms of momentum and what they've done to create more access. I think we're on the right track. What we need to do now and hold us accountable in terms of on this side of the table is we've got to make sure that people are taking advantage of those benefits that you've already provided, that they're utilizing those. There's a lot out there. 2.0 just passed, and we're working on that. But I think you're on the right track. We've done so much, and we've just got to keep pushing down that path.
Well, and it will be helpful for us to understand as 2.0 is getting implemented what challenges we're seeing and what other changes we can make to just make it easier and easier for Americans to save earlier and earlier in their careers. Ms. Chambers, I want to turn to you, and I want to thank you very much for your testimony. It's really meaningful. It's really important. I also wanted to talk specifically about the impact that motherhood has on working women and on their capacity to save for retirement. According to a recent Department of Labor report, mothers lose an average of nearly $240,000 in income over their lifetime as a result of the time that they spend caring for their kids. This lost income, in turn, reduces mothers' retirement savings by nearly $60,000. So we obviously have to do more to help moms and to help caregivers so that they can retire with dignity. As I understand it, Ms. Chambers, you have 2 children, is that right? How has your experience been trying to both care for your kids and save for retirement?
So thank you for the question, because it's really important with having children. To be able to say, I know when I can leave my career, and I know that I can still provide. When the cost of living goes up, so does babysitting, so does daycare, so does everything else in this world. And until this recent strike, our wages were way behind, right? And on top of that, when school's out or daycare's out, you have to take time off work in order to stay home with your children. So any of the 401k that I'm putting into, whether I'm off for a day or 6 weeks with my children, I'm not putting into my 401k daily. On top of that, it's maxed at 40 hours. So if I work 60 hours, I'm only allowed to, or the company only matches up to 40 hours of what I work.
Got it.
If I don't work that 40 hours, I'm already behind.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And again, thank you very much for your testimony. Thanks, Mr. Chair.